What's the big deal about bribing and bribery, bribes and dog training? Seems to be a lot of people having a lot of problems with this whole concept. A lot of talks about it. I'm going to delve into it right here, right now. I'm Christophe Clugston, the Jedi Dog Master. So let's get into bribery, because this seems to be a big topic, especially with some of the pet dog trainers and with some of the I don't want to say the older type of training, but the people that think they know better than other people. And let's get right into it. Okay, so bribing. This is what people usually are saying. Oh, look, I don't, and they want to use it as some sort of selling point. Look, I don't use bribery. I don't use treats. I don't do this and that. The dog does it because he loves me. All right, I'm going to get right into that. Number one, these people are wrong on several counts. They don't know the difference between a bribe and a reinforcer. And as an academic linguist who's published and been cited by quite a few people, actually, I'm going to give you a definition so that we know, everybody out there knows what we're talking about, because what they're calling a bribe is not a bribe. A bribe is given to somebody ahead of time to ensure that they will do something that they normally would not do. A bribe is something with humans where it's talked about ahead of time. Oh, I'll give you $5,000 if you will pass me on this test, for example. That's a bribe. Difference in a reinforcer. Reinforcers after the fact. Reinforcers is a consequence of an action. And in this case, for example, if you get 100%, you take the test, you get 100%, get an A, and you pass, that is a reinforcer, that what you're doing is correct, and that will mean that the frequency of that behavior will increase. Bribery does not mean that. Reward also is not a reinforcer. A reward is a one-time thing, doesn't mean that it's going to have people, or dogs or cats or whatever, do more frequency. And yes, these terms are very important, and that's why I can do things that you cannot do and other dog trainers cannot do, because I am precise. And that's something you got to know the definition between bribe and reinforcer. And what a lot of people are saying is bribery is not, because they don't know the definition of the word. And this leads to a second point, that these same type of people want to come across as some sort of moral superiority, because they think that, oh, it's beneath them to pay the dog for working. And the analogy is exactly that. The harder the task, the better the pay should be. Are you working every day because you love your boss? Because you want to please your boss? No, you're not, and you won't continue to do it. So the entire idea that, oh, the dog must do it because praise is enough. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not. And this is something, again, there's a whole plethora of people who attach to that type of dog training. I don't use this. I don't do that. And I can get results. You can get results only with things that can be compulsed. Sit down, stay, limited recall. You're not going to pull off a quarter-mile recall with your type of praise crap only. And let's see the video. I'm calling you all out because I can do things you guys cannot do, the people who talk like this. The people who say, oh, it's bribery, I don't use treats, I don't do this. I do the, yeah, you're basically using compulsion or correction praise. That's one type of dog training. It works because dogs are flexible, but you cannot get them to do certain things that I can get dogs to do. You'll never be able to do the switch limp with that type. And of course, no one else can do a 110-pound American Bulldog with no tail doing a switch limp. Not a single person besides me can do that. So yes, that is validation that I know what I'm talking about here. This, again, I need to reiterate the fact that When people say, "Oh, I don't need that," yeah, they're using leashes. I don't start training dogs on leashes. I don't do that. That is antiquated, in my opinion. And what I do is a merge. It's called the merge method, and that's a data-driven, results-oriented training. And if you're looking for something that makes more sense to you, it's the merging of movie TV dog training methods with data-driven tactical dog methods. There's no screwing around here. There's no guesswork. There's nothing. And a lot of the low-level skill trainers will try to take away and diminish and detract from what others can do. Oh yeah, well you're using food, a primary reinforcer. Well, hey, you're going to work to get money, which is a general reinforcer, to buy food or housing. Maslow's hierarchy. I won't go into Maslow's hierarchy here. Look it up, but I'm giving you a whole lot of information that you're not going to get a lot of places. And this whole idea of bribing dogs, oh, it's so pathetic, it's so bad. Oh, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't. Yeah, well, yeah, paying you to work doesn't work, right? Yeah, So, and the reality is that the praise is meaningless. It doesn't cut it. It's not enough. You're never going to be able to do with just praise and correction what can be done when you're reinforcing with primary reinforcers. And then one of the reasons why people think that this works is because, like, for a comparison, canines are a lot more flexible about what they'll put up with than, say, felines. Felines won't put up with this. They don't care about your praise, for example. But if you're using primary reinforcers with them, they can be taught behaviors. Again, antecedent behavior consequence. That's operant conditioning. And a lot of people make a lot of errors about, oh, this is Pavlovian. No, it's not. They don't even know what respondent conditioning is. And if you want to be clear on that, you can become one of my mentored students, or you can do a consult with me. But I'm not here to cure everyone's ignorance at one time. So what you should be aiming for is not bribery or praising or what. You should be looking for optimal training. This should be your goal. And to show you over and over again, I have made challenge videos and I've used demonstration videos to show exactly what I can do, and other people cannot match it. And it's a trainer's skill. It's not cherry picked for one sport. It's not like, okay, it's basketball and you got somebody who's 7'5", or whatever, Shaq, for example, playing basketball. Cherry-picked guy for basketball. Shaq play soccer, football. Can he do that? No. So the point is, you're looking for the coach who can coach and train all sorts of different sports, not just one with one type of cherry-picked thing. And that's what the Jedi Dog Master Challenge is about. You can go look that up, but nobody's approached me. When you have people who say things like, oh, Larry Crone, I'll pick him out again because he's a charlatan on this fact. Yeah. Well, why are you going after Larry Crone? Because he lies about stuff and he can't do what I can do. He put a bogus quarter-mile recall. He didn't do a quarter-mile. And he'll never be able to do the complete Jedi Dog Master Challenge. So, but yet he's a great trainer, right? Well, then why can't he do it? And why don't they admit, they can't do what I can do? Nobody's going to be able to do the thing with the Kuma. No one. The quarter mile is nothing. That's the easiest of the 3 different events you have to do for the Jedi Dog Master Challenge. And I bring that up again because the people who are saying, oh, I don't bribe dogs, I just use praise, and they don't know what reinforcers are, and they don't know how to use data-driven training, they'll never be able to beat me. So what this video is about is breaking the mythology of bribery and the people who want to act morally superior because they don't know what a bribe is compared to a reinforcer. and that they don't want to use this because they can get results. You can't do what I can do. You cannot do what I can do. It's time to end the misuse of bribing and bribery, because these people don't know what they're talking about. They also need to be people who stop using the Pavlovian. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know what respondent conditioning is, and they confuse it. But that's another video, another time. You should be aiming for optimal training. And if you don't understand about reinforcers, and you don't understand about data-driven methodology, which is where you get really good, then you can, again, contact me. You can do consults. You can do mentorships, workshops. And if you don't want to do that, there's no help for you.